Знаете, давайте вот рингерс, я никого не хочу обидеть, но это самые ненужные люди в единоборстве. Показывает, позавчера его избили, я не знаю же, если так. Он дрался, с кем он дрался? Ну, с Петром же дрался.
Look, I don't want to offend anyone, but these are the most unnecessary people in martial arts. He got beat up yesterday. I don't know if that's true. Who did he fight? He fought Piotr, right? He's going straight to a tennis match. You could do or say even crazier things to try to replicate that euphoria. Khabib has found himself in this predicament, and with the media attention on him, he's caused quite a stir since hanging up his gloves. We're going to talk about Khabib's post-retirement antics, from disrespecting legends like Mike Tyson and Jose Aldo to being attacked by a ring boy. We've got the details of the madness, so without further ado, let's get right to it. As everyone knows, Dana White tried his best to get Khabib one more fight before retiring, but the Eagle wouldn't budge, and the UFC officially announced the title vacancy on March 29, 2021. That doesn't mean Khabib is completely done fighting. He's still a coach and corners his teammates quite often. Is that all you want to do? Do you want to coach now? Do you not want to fight anymore? As for competition, yes, I'm done. In fact, he has a 5-0 record as a coach so far in 2021, helping his cousins Abu Bakr, Umar, and Usman to 1 win each, and also guiding Islam Makhachev to 2 wins en route to a top 5 finish at 155 pounds. He also posted a few Instagram stories where he coached middleweight prospect Edmund Shabazian, who could definitely use his wrestling advice. Now let's move on to the first major controversy Khabib was involved in, involving none other than Chen dictator Ramzan Kadyrov and UFC prospect Khamzat Chimaev. Khabib shouldn't be blamed for any of this. His team was provoked by Kadyrov's comments, who claimed his ACA fighters would crush him. Khamzat also chimed in, saying, "We'll crush him if he wants." Understandably, Khabib's team responded, criticizing him for his hypocrisy. Here's Abu Bakr's response on Instagram. It's a very justified response that defends the honor of his team and his brother. Kadyrov's and Khamzat's comments were completely unjustified, so Khabib's team bears no blame in this situation, which can't be said for what comes next. So stay tuned. Last month, Khabib appeared on the Hot Boxing podcast, hosted by Mike Tyson and Triple C Henry Cejudo. This podcast generated many topics of discussion and controversy. Khabib added fuel to his feud with Conor McGregor, belittling him for getting too drunk before posting outrageous tweets, sobering up, and then deleting them. I think he posted this tweet as if he was too drunk or something similar. And the next day I think he always deleted his tweets. And I think when he got back to normal life, he said, "Oh, what I liked, he deleted. This is my opinion, what he always likes." What's up, guys? Leave my whiskey, the famous Irish whiskey. That whiskey tastes good. Conor emulated Mike Tyson in his response tweet. However, this is small potatoes considering their feud. And the real outrage erupted when Khabib slammed Iron Mike 55 for his physique, comparing him to Cristiano Ronaldo 35. He was quoted as saying, "I didn't like the way he looked. I immediately told him to smoke it out on the table. I didn't like being there. I liked Cristiano Ronaldo's appearance better. He looks like an athlete." It's quite baffling that Khabib would compare an athlete who still scores 30 goals per season to Tyson, whose last professional victory was in 2003. Come on, Khabib, give him a break. He's still in better shape than 70% of teenagers, even at this age. Okay, here's an honesty check. Guys, does Mike Tyson have a better physique than you? Get real. Tell us in the comments. Now, moving on to something rather strange and leaving the drama aside. On August 14th, Nurmagomedov signed a contract with Legion Dynamo of the Russian 3rd Division to become a professional footballer. That's right, at 32, Khabib is trying his hand at a new sport. It would be amazing to discover that Khabib could be a quality, level-headed center back at the national level. But good luck to his opponents if they think for a second they can get away with throwing themselves at him. Okay, back to the controversy. With the Eagles' comments about Brazilian legend Jose Aldo circulating all over MMA Twitter, in an interview, Khabib called Jose Aldo a businessman rather than a fighter. And when a reporter questioned him about this statement, suggesting Aldo was in his second prime, this is how the Russian responded. Well, that's pretty bad, isn't it? Obviously, fighters have tough fights, and sometimes there's no choice but to cover up or risk taking unnecessary damage in a worse position. Never mind that Petr Yan is arguably the best 135 ranked fighter on the planet, and there's nothing wrong with losing to him. Pedro Munoz is a top-tier contender, and Aldo looked phenomenal against him, proving he's still a top 5 bantamweight contender. Do you agree with the comments about Jose? Tell us in the comments. Fans reacted with outrage to Khabib's remarks, criticizing him for only having a few notable wins in his career compared to the King of Rio's long list of title defenses. Even Aldo's own rival, and arguably the catalyst for his downfall, Conor McGregor, defended him against Khabib's comments. Nurmagomedov basically temporarily turned all neutral fans against him with his comments, and if that weren't enough, a few days later, he made his most divisive comment to date. The one thing he's right about is that people don't go to fights for the ring girls, but at the same time, people don't go to the movies specifically for the popcorn or soda. They go to see the movie. That doesn't mean the theater shouldn't have popcorn or soda. Even with fights, McGregor's fights don't sell out because of Alexa Cameron's match against Justin Ledet on the prelims. They burn out thanks to their stardom. People go to see the fights and the fighters, but ring girls are just part of the sport and its history. And as ring girl Sarah Beverly said in response to Khabib, the girls only enter the cage or ring during intermission so as not to distract from the fight. She also mentioned that the job opens doors for women and cited boxer Ebony Bridges, who used to be a ring girl, as an example of someone who wouldn't have had the opportunity to become a boxer if not for her work as a ring girl. Several fighters have come to the defense of ring girls, protecting their place in the sport, criticizing Khabib's stance, and mocking him a bit. However, no one took this more to heart than Elias Theodora. After footage surfaced of Khabib limping while surrounded by security, an article was published alleging that the Canadian was the one who attacked him. It's worth remembering that Theodora is a ring boy for women's fight promoter Ficta FC, an extremely rare position. This story has two sides. The website cites Khabib's representative Ali Abdelaziz as having confirmed the story, while Ali denies ever having spoken to him. Theodora retweeted the articles with the caption, but it could just be a publicity stunt, as there doesn't seem to be any real evidence linking him to the attack. One thing that is certain is that Khabib was limping, and another man tried to attack him in the hallway. There are definitely some hidden tricks we're not aware of. Why would an elite athlete be attacked without warning? Do you think Elias Theodora was the one who attacked Khabib? Tell us in the comments. Okay guys, that concludes our video on Khabib's post-retirement controversies. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more videos like this. Tell us what videos you'd like to see next in the comments. See you next time.